here's the deal. Once I had a dream about riding a dirt bike for a living. Down the road I did, I had it all, pumped on my life. Had everything, man. I was riding a bike for a living. Then drugs and alcohol started to become number one. Man, I slowly lost it all. Lost everything. Wanted to die. Had nothing to my name, man. I ended up in rehab. Literally with nothing. T-shirt and a skateboard, man. Nothing at all. Lost it all. Started making sobriety number one, and I got it all back. No lie, got everything back with a smile on my face. You guys, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it all. Here it is, talking sobriety. Let's do this.
I'm addicted to the drugs, boost the game. I'm addicted. Lost focus, lost my aim. I'm addicted. Living life out of range. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the drugs, boost the game. I'm addicted. Lost focus, lost my aim. I'm addicted. Living life out of range. I'm addicted. I'm addicted.
We're now listening to Talking Sobriety with your host, Colin Morrison.
We're back. Another episode, Talking Sobriety. We are on episode number
23 or 24.
23, 24. I was really happy. I listened to the whole podcast back, which I really never do. I do not like listening to my voice. You like listening to your voice back?
No.
Yeah, me neither, man. I feel like I'm just not that good at this, but I feel that Shay Bentley.
That was a good one.
It was a very good one, dude. And I feel like such an idiot because I said it like 2 times, and I'm supposed to be the motocross guy. All I said, I'm like, yeah, this guy's won 2 supercrosses, which he had won 2 supercrosses, but I totally forgot that he was a supercross champion, bro. Number 1 for Team Pro Circuit, and I blew past that. I feel like an amateur. I didn't even mention that to him, and that kind of shows what kind of guy he is because he didn't even bring that up, dude. Like, you know, very humble guy. He was a goddamn supercross champion, and I didn't even acknowledge that because I didn't even realize it, man. So, more power to him. Yeah, Russ, you're my co-host, man. You got to fill in the blank spots, man. What?
Bro.
I mean, I feel like you're not on today. Is everything okay in your life? What's going on in Russell Burke's life?
Nothing, bro.
I haven't seen you in a week. We're going out to a birthday party after this. Gonna go. I don't know where we're going. I think we're going to Dave & Buster's with a bunch of buddies. But what have you been doing the past week, man?
Dude, just chilling, bro. I've been a little under the weather, but just been hanging low and freaking.
How is it for you when you're under the weather? I mean, you know, you're
it sucks.
Is it worse for you than?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, it's just like feel like shit, and you know, like I was so under the weather I didn't even get out of bed for like a week, dude.
Jeez, man. Well, being sick does suck, but today is probably one of the biggest and best podcasts I think we've done, minus Caleb Wyatt, and this is kind of like the same kind of a story as Caleb Wyatt. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but this is such a crazy story with such a legend, pioneer, Clifford, the Flyin Hawaiian, Adaptate, freestyle motocross legend. This guy has been there since day one. I mean,
Dude's gnarly.
He is. We did freestyle kind of the same time, but before I got into freestyle, he was already racing supercross. He did a jump show. There's one jump contest before I got into the sport, and that was the very first one. I didn't do that. I pretty much did the second ever freestyle contest. So Clifford, he's been there before me. This guy, dude, he made it to the top, man. He's gotten gold medals. He's many X Games medals. So anyways, kind of the same story as Caleb. I haven't talked to him for a long time. I forgot how it happened. I think he reached out to me. And then, yeah, he said he was in a really, really low spot, man. He's been on crystal meth for a very long time. Started to lose everything, man. I mean, not too long ago, after the freestyle career kind of ended, he had a good chick. He got a good job being a lineman, I think, for Edison, and he lost all that stuff from drugs. He, you know, it was so depressing and just really sad when I was talking to him. And, you know, he just could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I would call him every single day, telling him that, dude, you are just in a rut. You can get your life back, bro. Right. You are the Flyin Hawaiian, bro. I used to look up to you. You are a legend. You have so many fans. And I feel when you're in the thickness of addiction, you kind of forget about that. You forget that, like, people still care about you. People still love you. And he just kind of lost. He got lost, man. And so I talked to him every day. I talked to Ron from New Origins Rehab.
Big Ron coming through.
Big Ron came through again, got Clifford a scholarship, and so it was kind of hard to get Clifford in here, man. He was kind of skeptical at first, didn't think rehab would work. I called him every single day. Anyways, he ended up flying to rehab. I got him into rehab. Ron helped out so much, man. That guy is an angel. He was living in Kansas, Kentucky. I don't know. I got to ask him. But anyways, he's been in rehab for 2 weeks, man. I saw him last week. I don't even want to like talk about all this. He's going to talk about it, but it's an amazing story, man. I saw him last week. Never seen this guy so happy, and it's all because he got clean and sober. So let's just hear it from him, dude.
Let's do it.
Hello?
There he is, the Flyin Hawaiian, man. What's up, Cliff?
Hey, what's up, Colin? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So we're doing the podcast. That's my co-host Russ. I was telling you about Russ Clifford.
Okay.
Russ. And
hey, what's up, Russ?
How are you?
Good, really good.
Right on.
You sound good, man. I didn't get too into the story. Kind of like where you're at, how we ended up talking. It's kind of just going over your career, man. You were the original dude in freestyle motocross. You had such a career before freestyle motocross. So before we even get into like where you're at now, how did your career kind of start in freestyle? I kind of know the story, but for people that don't know, and I know like you were a dude I looked up to before I got into freestyle because you were already like the top dude and I was just a young kid. But I mean, I remember watching videos, freestyle movies of you, you know, doing all this freestyle stuff before the sport of freestyle was even a thing, man. How did you kind of get into freestyle from racing, I guess?
Well, you know, I come from a racing background and you know, I raced amateur, professional, you know what I mean? Came up from a racing background and, you know, I raced, when I turned pro at 17, I started racing, you know, some amateur nationals, but then tried to race some supercross. I was a true privateer, basically just I never made any main events of the supercross. And so I found my niche in arena cross and I was still a pretty much backpack rider, you know, barely making the mains. And so anyways, in arena cross, they have they call the jump off contest and, or the jump off. And so in arena cross, you raced, when I raced, it was Friday night and Saturday night. We raced 125 and 250 class. Well, during the arena cross and the intermission, they would have a little jump show. And it was basically consist of 4 riders and you go out for 2 jumps and they had it was the crowd or the applause meter. That's what the announcer had called it, the applause meter. So it was just based on you know how loud the crowd would get in order to win the jump contest. Well, I don't remember, somewhere back east, maybe you know, Chicago, Illinois, somewhere, and they were short-handed riders. So one of the staff members comes over and said, "Hey, Clifford, you want to participate in the jump contest?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you know, man, I can't do anything. I can barely whip it. You know what I mean? Like I can barely even whip my bike. You know, I can't." And back when I was riding, if you could just whip and get it flat, like just a flat tabletop, that was the coolest. Shit. That was you were badass. Right. You know, so.
This was before freestyle motocross, guys. This was like, and I remember seeing you in all those old school movies, dude. Like, I remember it was you and Mad Mike Jones. Mad Mike did a no-hander lander, and back then it was like the craziest thing ever. And you were the other main guy. I think you had like kind of a little Superman. I think wasn't that kind of your trick back then? And then you had a candy bar. Which was the biggest thing ever, bro. And it's still so crazy to see where freestyle is now, when back then you were the guy. And the reason they had the applause-o-meter is because there was no such thing as freestyle motocross, dude. You guys really pioneered the sport. I really want to say that you and Mad Mike Jones kind of started freestyle motocross, dude. You and Clifford, or you and not you and Clifford. What am I talking about? You and Edgar Tarantonis. That was like another dude from day one. Did he do any arena cross with you guys?
No, he didn't. I don't remember racing them here in the States or anything. No, not racing. And I never got to go to Spain to actually race. You know, I did. Later on in my career, I did the X Fighters, the Red Bull X Fighters. I did the very first one in Madrid, and me and him we battled neck to neck, and obviously, he I gave him a good run for his fucking money, though. I can guarantee that, because
I remember that.
That was a good event. We both rode really good, but he ended up winning, and I got second place. But that was pretty. Back
to the arena cross thing. That's where your name really started getting big in the freestyle thing.
Yeah, I mean, the halftime, the
Halftime
intermission
show.
Jump contest. The half intermission. It's just I learned a few tricks, and I learned the hill clicker, and that was like we had a break from like October or November, a little half into November, December. I learned the hill clicker in about it took me maybe about a week to learn the hill clicker, and then that next following basically January, we were in Fort Worth, Texas, and I had this hill clicker down, and well, back to where they asked me to participate, and she said, because I was like, no, I'm not going to go out there and make a fucking fool of myself, and so she's like, she says, it pays $50 if you just for fourth place, it pays $50, and I was like, done deal, like, because I was, I'm in, I don't care, because at that time I was a full true privateer, like, sleeping in my van, and out of my van, and just scraping pennies, and thankful that mom and pops and a little bit of support with local sponsors to get me to the race. And I was thinking, $50, that's a hotel. I can get a hotel at Motel 6 or even a cheaper one. So that's a night of a room that I can, and that was Friday night, $50, and then Saturday night, $50. So I was all, I was like, that sign me up,
That was a win.
I started to participate. Yeah, I started to participate in that, and I did like a couple before I got the hill clicker, and then so after I kind of participated, this was just shortly after, maybe like I don't know exactly the exact date or how long it was, but I learned the hill clicker, and we had a break, and then when I came back from the Christmas and Thanksgiving break, dude, I had the hill clicker locked in, so I was so excited going into Fort Worth, and all I wanted to do, I went in to get registered for sign up, and I was all, hey, can I be in the? I want to be in the jump off. I want to be in the jump off. Can I please be in the jump off? Can I please be in the jump off? And they're like, yeah, no problem. I go, no, just please, can I be in the jump off? Because if you won, you won $200 a night. So I was thinking to myself, well, fuck, if I can win the jump off each night, that's $400 fucking bucks. $400 will go a long ways for me, hotel, food, and gas. You know what I'm saying? That's and then hopefully entry fees. If I make it to the main event, I can get my entry fees paid for, so I can go to the fucking next race. So they let me in, and sure enough, I think it was Grayson Goodman, which he's from Plano, Texas.
Yeah.
Charlie Bogart, which is from the general area, Dallas, or he's from, very, very close from there. And Grayson Goodman can fucking crank a bike, and so can fucking Charlie Bogart. And then you have Mad Mike Jones, which does the no-hander lander. And so it was pretty stacked. And then myself, which I can't whip shit, but I had a little trick, up my sleeve, and I had the hill clicker in my back pocket. So didn't even fire it off and practice, none of the heat races, nothing. So the intermission comes, and we all sit up on one of the takeoffs, and the spotlight's on you, you know what I mean? The announcer's up there. It's pretty cool. So you get two jumps, and I let all those guys go before me because I knew I was just like, man, I'm gonna fucking win this motherfucker. I was like, you watch this guy. So they go around, and man, it was so cool that you go around the start straight, and you go through the whoops, and then you turn left, and then you hit the catapult. That was the big double where you did your trick. And I just remember going around the first turn like real slow, like trying to pump up the crowd, and I was just yelling, just like, you fucking watch this, motherfucker! Like, you watch this, you watch this, you watch this. And I was just so pumped, dude. And I come around, and sure enough, man, just fired off a heel clicker. And looked over the crowd and looked, you know what I mean? Did a heel clicker, like looked over the crowd, like, what's up? And dude, the roof just blew off the building. Everyone was on their feet. They were they were yelling and screaming, and they were just like, you know. And then I come back, and the riders are like, dude, like, what are you doing? What is, you know what I mean? They were speechless. They were like, what are you fucking doing? I was like, yeah, that's right, boys, that's right.
Dude, the coolest thing, I remember that, man, and I tell people how lucky I feel that I am, especially you, man. I mean, that we were there, especially you. I was like the kid looking up to you at the time, but how we have really got to watch freestyle evolve literally from day one. Like what you're talking about, it's crazy. Like a heel clicker, I mean, the guys that do like a double backflip, I mean, people don't even really care anymore. I'm sure you doing a heel clicker, people are freaking out way more than people doing double backflips nowadays. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Yes, it is.
And then I know 1998 came around. That's when the first, I think like 4-leaf Vegas contest was out. And that was the first like official freestyle motocross event on ESPN2, and you were one of the first riders then, and then, you know, Costa Mesa kicked off, and then that's when I kind of joined in. And then, dude, it was so crazy back in the day how it was just like every single week. It was the same type of lifestyle as like a rock star would live, because it was such a new sport. Everybody wanted to have a part of us. I mean, like video games, magazines, movies. It was just like every single week, man. And like for you, being that racer guy, and then like, you know, did you ever think you would have a career riding a dirt bike as good as you pulled it? I mean,
No. I mean, you know, when we first started, I mean, you know, I was just getting by. I mean, I was literally, you know, in debt in every race, you know, like if I didn't make the main, or if I was just basically just, you know, treading water. I mean, basically, but not even really that. I was just like, I would get a chance to just come up and take a deep breath, and then I'd get pulled under just, you know, lightly. But yeah, it was when we first started, you know, in Vegas, you know, I tied for second with Edgar, and they gave me third place, and I made more money in third place. I made more money getting third place. I rode on the course by myself, and of course, you know, racing, it's full on, you know, landing on, you know what I mean? There's it's endless. But so, and riding a freestyle course, the little amount of time I made almost like triple the amount of money that I was making. And of course, I was a fucking backpack rider. You know what I mean? I'm barely making the mains, but still, I made more money than what I did riding Friday night and Saturday night, and beating myself up both nights, and going out to a freestyle course, having the fucking time of my life, and just having so much fun, throwing these tricks and just putting it down, and making way more money. And I told my dad after Vegas, I go, Dad, I go, Pops, I go, listen, I go, I'm all about this freestyle. I go, I'm not racing no more. I go, fuck arena cross. And he was just all out. He's like, whatever. He's like, whatever you want to do, Clifford, whatever you want to do. And I said, well, I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better at freestyle at this particular moment than, you know, and I'm making more money. He's like, yep. He goes, yep. He goes, well, let's just do freestyle then. I'm like, all right.
It's crazy. Yeah. And that was one thing about you that I always respected, of like the relationship you and your dad had, because that's how I was with my dad. I mean, we went to the tracks. He was like my biggest fan. We'd go to the track all the time. And dude, I saw that with you and your dad. I mean, he was there supporting you every single freestyle event. I mean, your dad was so cool. He would hang out with the boys every single weekend. We had so much fun with your pops, man. And it was just really cool to see. And I guess I'm getting kind of sidetracked, because I could talk about your whole career. I love talking about this, and especially with you, dude. Like, you're a dude looked up to, I've had so much respect for, but I forgot what this goddamn podcast is about, dude. Talking sobriety, man. And I think like the main, the fan base here, the only reason I do this podcast is to show people that they can get their lives back from drugs and alcohol.
Absolutely.
So bottom line is, dude, living that lifestyle that we lived, there wasn't too much responsibilities. The only responsibility you had was, travel, sign autographs, and after, like, it was just the gnarliest parties ever. I mean, I feel that we could tell some stories, but people wouldn't even believe half the stuff that we've been through, man. It was so rad, dude. Like, I get goosebumps talking about how rock and roll it was, but, your career was so gnarly, man. And I feel I'm just going to kind of say this for you and see if you agree that when I hit 29 years old and I realized I couldn't sack up to do the backflip. I couldn't excel in the career because I was really scared, man. The level freestyle motocross went, it wasn't just a heel clicker. Like, you had to do a heel clicker backflip, and that was only going to be like an average trick, So, I started to fade out, and then I started already kind of addicted to opiates, and I just kind of went down that road because I didn't really have much of a future in freestyle, but that's all I knew what to do. It was like ride a dirt bike. I never went to school, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do was accept that and figure out what I was going to do in my life. And, with you, how was that at the end of your career, man?
It was painful, very, very painful,
when
man.
The phone stops ringing and
going, just hero to zero, man, and overnight, when you're just and it's not. I mean, I believe that I'm a pretty humble individual, and I try to reach out for work in the industry. I try to call a lot of people, man, and a lot of people are fucking, they say one thing over the phone and to your face, and then as soon as you turn around, you're fucking forgotten. Maybe it's just me because of my past. I don't know, but yeah,
I think that's a sport, dude. I think you're right on.
It could be
how it is.
It could be. It probably is because, you're not really doing any interest to those guys. You're not making those guys any money. You're not marketable. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, the list goes on, but I mean, it was very, very, very painful. I mean, very painful from doing what you absolutely love to do. And it makes you so happy. And then you can't do that no more. You get it taken away from you. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, you have to wake up Monday morning at fucking 6:00 and you have to report to work, punch in a time clock, or not even punch in, maybe that, or you just got to show up and, talk to your foreman and work. And you got to do manual labor or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, I barely passed high school. So I have no education whatsoever. I struggled throughout all of school. I wasn't, you know what I mean? And I have no college, education. So, and like you said, all I did was I've rode dirt bikes since I was 6 years old, and that's all I know. And to try to get a job, being, I forget exactly what age, but no, it was very, very brutal and painful and dark. And when
it's very dark, man.
And you don't have no support. You don't have no manager no more to try to help you get jobs, or help you, just adjust and to fucking cope with the fucking misery and the fucking darkness, the dark cave that you slowly fucking sink and slide into.
Well,
I mean, I can only speak from my
but
behalf,
that's kind of how it is. And
what,
you're so used to living that lifestyle. When you're making a lot of money from sponsors, which I know you did, you had like nice everything, house, cars, you're making solid money. At the time, I really don't think you ever thought that was going to stop. At least I didn't. This is it.
No, yeah.
And then
I mean,
once
and
then once it ends, and then you have no, you didn't go to school. I'm the same deal. Dropped out of 10th because I was traveling the world, man. I was making more money than a lot of good jobs, and then it just ends, dude. And then you have no education. Nobody wants to pick you up. It was like, fuck. Sometimes I wish I just would have been dead, dude. It was so gnarly. Then on top of that, being addicted to it turned into pills and heroin. It just, my story got really dark. And how did you weren't never really the big party guy? I mean, you were definitely, but I know at the very end it turned into some harder drugs. When did you kind of go down that road of like really getting into drugs, I guess, straight up?
Well, I mean, straight up, I've had my fair share of party years. And I mean that years, not just, you know what I mean? It's been years. And, I was, coming to realize, being in rehab, now and coming to, understanding a little bit more about myself and how my behavior and stuff and how I was, I was a functioning drug addict, and that's just, I maintained. It wasn't, I had relationships, but they ended up, they always ended up bad because of my addiction and my drugs, and I was being selfish and with just myself. I mean, just being selfish. And again, I thought I was gonna ride dirt bikes until I'm 40, I'm 46. I just turned 46 like two weeks ago. So, I thought I was going to ride until I was like 40, and then I was going to be able to, retire on this fucking nice, this little gym that stupid, hallucinated or fucking thought in my fucking, my fucked up melon that I've scrambled. So, but I got really, really depressed and things didn't work out. I couldn't get nobody to call me back. I couldn't get a job. I had to do side construction, with one of my sponsors, at the time I was riding. I did construction, just a helping hand. I don't know how to build shit. You know what I mean? Like I can fucking build a 250 Yamaha, but I can't fucking build, I can't build a fucking, a retaining wall to save my fucking life. You know what I mean? Like what, if he said, hey, go grab a 16 penny nail, I'd be like, do you mean 16 pennies? Wait. What do you mean 16 penny nail?
Was this after you bit? I remember.
Nails or
I remember. Didn't you go to school to be a lineman after like kind of I remember right after you got really out of riding, and then I was pumped for you, dude. I'm like, dude, he's working for like Edison. I know you were going to school for that, and I know we talked.
Yeah.
What happened in that? Was that kind of drugs?
Well, yes, it was. It was drugs. Drugs related. My addiction got worse and worse. Off. I got completely worse with my addiction, and I went to lineman school, and I tried to pursue working. Trying to become a lineman. But I did work on a line crew for a bit, not much, and my addiction, I just I got really really twisted off, and I just started doing a lot of drugs. I mean, meth was my last for the last 4 years. I've been doing doing meth, and I've done it in my past. Yeah. Here and there, but never to this extent that I have done. And I had probably three solid years that I had a run, and it was fucking horrible. And
it's a scary one, man.
I've never been so out of my head, and things that I thought were there, or just the demon dark side of that drug and the poisons that's in it really fucked me up mentally, and just I lost my mind, and I couldn't hold down a job. I had like 2 or 3 different jobs within those 3 years. And it got worse and worse and worse as my depression. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't going anywhere, and I just lost myself. I completely lost myself.
And then you're stuck in the rut. I mean, meth is a scary drug, dude. I was addicted to that for a while too, and that's like the only drug that really changes you, man. Like it makes you into like a different fucking person. I hate that shit so much, but then when you do it, a lot of the problems go away. And that's why so many people that's why there's so much addiction in riding when the professional athlete loses his career. And I mean, I've heard your story so many times in this field, and it happens in so many other professional athletes, you're
Absolutely.
definitely not the only
Absolutely.
person, and it is scary,
Right.
dude. And when the depression kicks in, I mean, depression is a very serious thing, dude. And then when you do the
Yes,
drugs,
yes.
you just kind of feel good again, man. And then, that's kind of when I forgot, did you call me or did I call you when we started talking?
I think I reached out to you. I reached out to you a long time ago. I think I hit you up on Messenger or something. I hit you up on Messenger and was like, hey, I did. Yeah. I reached out to you because I knew I was following you, and I knew, whenever like we crossed paths and like, I think it was like at Supercross when I saw you the first time when you were actually, I got, you gave me like, hey man, I'm fucking, I'm sober, and I almost died, and I'm sober, and it was just real brief. It was like a Supercross after party.
I remember that.
And I was like, oh, holy shit. So, and then it just kind of like, I didn't really know who to turn to. I didn't really know who to trust. I didn't know what to do because I'd never been in this situation. I didn't have there's no support. You know what I mean? There's no people out there that are willing to freely be like, hey, you know what? I'm a fucking addict. I'm a recovering addict. I mean, besides yourself, Colin, I mean, you're damn fucking, you're a good man. And so, yeah, I hit you up and I, was trying to reach out to get some help. And then I was still, in denial of me and like, no, I don't have a drug problem. I can handle this. I can go back to being a functional fucking meth head.
I heard it in your voice, dude. We had a couple talks where like you were like, it just wasn't you. And like, you don't know, Clifford, how happy I am right now to hear your voice, dude. Because I started talking to you about like, dude, you're the fucking Flyin Hawaiian, man. You can get your life back, bro. You hit a rut. And that's when we started talking every day. I got a hold of Ron. Yep. He's the real angel in the story because he got you a scholarship. And I know, even though I told you, I'm like, dude, we got you a rehab. We can get you in there. And you were still kind of skeptical. And, dude, it's the scariest thing ever, bro. Like, I remember the first night when I went into rehab. It's just like, it feels like the shit you see on TV, dude. Like the stuff you see in movies. Like, dude, how did I end up in rehab? Like that first night. Yeah. And then once you're there, like, couple nights, you're like, dude, this is actually so badass. And I knew you were going to find that. I knew you were going to be okay. And dude, so bottom line is you go to rehab. How many days sober are you right now?
I'll be 1 month tomorrow, man. 1 month.
30 days tomorrow. Dude, this is so rad. We did this podcast right now, Clifford. Like,
yeah.
You don't know how fucking happy I am, bro.
I'm so fucking pumped, man. Dude. I'm so pumped, dude. Tomorrow's one month for me, man. I haven't been clean and clear-headed and so many years.
Probably since 98, bro. It's probably since like the freestyle started. Dude, when I went to rehab, you don't think about it. And dude, I was tripping when you do all the paperwork. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I was on something for fucking 15 years. Like every single day I was on some, but you you don't think about it. And it's scary, dude.
Right.
And but bottom line, dude, it's just one of those things. Like I feel how open I've been, and I've told you this, dude. Like the best thing you could do is just be open about it, and just so many people are gonna learn from your story, and you're gonna realize that not one person is ever gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, Clifford, I can't believe how much of a scumbag you were." No, dude, it's so fucking rad. It takes a real man to like go to rehab and to fix his problems and to work out his issues and to get straight again, dude. Like I'm so fucking proud of you, bro. Like it's just so good to hear your voice. I saw you last week. We met up at a motocross track. I got the guys from the rehab to bring you and Caleb White out. You got on my bike and like, dude, to see your fucking smile on my dirt bike and like, because I remember the first time I rode a bike sober, like out of rehab, it was like, I felt like a kid again, dude. I lost the love of dirt bikes. And we got into motocross because motocross was like the number one thing in our life, like more than anything, bro. Lived, breathed, slept. Yep. You were a guy that I looked up to and like, you were like my hero as a kid. And it just meant so much to me to see that smile on your face and to see your back. And for people that don't know, you're in the same rehab as fucking Caleb White, dude. I wish I could go to rehab again. Like I wish I didn't, but if I could, it'd be so rad. Like you don't know how rad that is. You're in rehab with Caleb White and like,
yeah, right. Yeah,
It's just
it's
fucking
crazy,
cool, man.
It's really, really crazy. Yeah, it is cool. I'm really, really happy. I know. I mean, I've been clean. Tomorrow it'll be 1 month tomorrow, and man, I feel alive, man. I feel,
Dude,
I've been going to the gym every day, and I've put I put back on some size, and I look healthy. I feel healthy, and my mind feels clear. I feel healthy. Like I can actually concentrate. I can actually, carry on a conversation without just like, hey, I got 18 at a sack. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Yep.
Dude, I hear that, man. And that's like why I fucking love being sober so much, because I just never forget about the times how dark that shit was. And then to wake up and to feel as good as you do, and like how just fucking how easy everything is. Like just life, bro. Like without you, when you take all that bullshit out of your life is pretty easy, dude. And like
it really is.
And I'm telling you, Clifford, like I don't know what the plans are in the future. We'll talk about that, but like my advice, I've told you before, bro, just stay in there as long as you can. And dude, just live one day at a time. It's such a cliche saying, but dude, in rehab, I had nothing, bro. And like, I just made sobriety number one, worked hard. I was a good person, and just good things happen. People are going to realize that you are putting the work in. And dude, there's going to be opportunities that land in your lap that you just don't even know how they landed there, bro. Things are going to happen for you, bro. What are the plans for you right now? Or are you really just living it just kind of one day at a time?
I'm just, I haven't even, I'm just, I'm just really, I'm really fucking happy to have 1 month tomorrow. And as far as like, I don't know what my, I don't have a fucking car. I ain't got insurance. I ain't got no money. I don't have fucking, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm not even worried about that.
Hey,
like,
Clifford, don't be, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Do not be worried, bro. When I met Ashley, my wife, I met her 60 days into rehab, and I had to go to the store because I had an EBT card. I'd get $200 a month. I had to go steal flowers because I had no money for like a $5 rose, bro. I'm just telling you. Things are going to happen, bro. And you already know. You go to meetings and you hear all these people, how the miracles fucking happen in sobriety. And I'm telling you, it happens every time, dude. You are that person. Good things are going to happen to you. They are, and it's just weird. Like, you don't know. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. And I'm telling you, in 3 months from now, you're going to have a job. You're going to get all your shit back. It is overwhelming, dude. If you think about, and that's why they say one day at a time, dude. If you think about all the shit, like, oh my God, I don't have a car, don't have insurance. What am I going to do? Where am I going to live? It's fucking overwhelming. You'll probably go back out on drugs, dude. That's why you just have to live this shit one day at a time and just let things happen, bro. Hey, like.
That's it. That's all I'm doing, man.
Where I'm at.
Far, it's just
Yeah. I was going to say where I'm at in my life, like there's no way in a million years I would ever think I got this way, but it's just one thing after another, and I just lived it one day at a time, and that's all you can do, Clifford. And it's so rad because you were always such a good person. People don't forget about that. I've already heard so many people I've been getting so many messages how pumped they are for you, bro, just how happy they are. And you'll get that job
That's
back.
awesome, man. That's cool. That's cool that's inspiration, man. It's motivation. And, I appreciate that because,
you lose that when you're in drugs. You forgot who you were, bro. Like you forgot you're the fucking Flyin Hawaiian.
Oh man, that's been a long time ago, man.
I know
but
I'm
just Clifford, man. That's it.
I know that you're Clifford, but I'm just saying you have fans worldwide that are like, when I posted that picture, they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's back!" What, like, dude? I'm telling you, like, dude, you are still a household name to so many people around the world, man. And you know what? Never get in the motocross career or whatever, just ride for fun. But dude, what about being a lineman again? Would you ever go back to that field and make your amends? And dude, I know if they saw that, like, dude, you got your shit together, I guarantee you could land a job back there.
I don't know. I don't know if I really want to fucking dealing with high voltage electricity every single day, man.
I hear that is sketchy.
Like,
oh my God, Clifford. Wait, we're gonna talk off the phone. I already got your career, bro. I'm telling you right now. We'll talk. I'm telling you, we'll talk off the phone, but it will give you motivation once you're out of rehab. I already got you lined up. Oh my God, I'll call you in like 15 minutes. But dude, you're gonna be pumped on this one because you already got some training. Dude, Clifford, I don't even know. So this is what we did with Caleb. I did an interview with him before he went to rehab, and then like every 30 days. We are just going to call you in another 30 days when you're 60 days sober and see where you're at, dude, because you don't know.
Okay.
This interview, bro, Caleb's helped so many people by telling his story, and your story is going to help other people, bro.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing.
I'm down to help. I'm down to help other people. I'm down to help other addicts and to are just the suffering individuals that, you know what I mean? Just whoever it might be, man. I definitely, I got a big heart, and after being in rehab and stuff, and seeing everyone that's in here in this rehab, I feel for them, man. I feel for them, and I would like to, if I could do, whatever I could do to help, I definitely would like to help out, individuals, whoever they might be, whatever, if they're in sports or if they're not in sports, you know what I mean? If they just happen to, come across through a friend or just hear something, like I definitely would be down to try and help, because, being clear-headed, man, and being sober is, it's the last 30 days it's been awesome. It's been awesome, and it's only going to get better. So I'm looking forward to it.
And that's what I'm trying to do this podcast, to hear those stories, bro. Because I'm telling you, like 4 weeks ago, when you're thick of addiction, would you ever think in a million years that you would be where you're at right now? 3 weeks later, as happy as you are, and like
not.
Exactly. And I knew that talking to you, like it's so crazy. Like I remember talking to you, like you were just a different person. And it's just, dude, it's crazy, bro. And that's the only reason I do this, just to get the stories out there, to show people that you can get over drug addiction and you can get your life back, bro.
Yeah, you sure can.
You
can. You sure can.
That's why, dude.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Exactly, Clifford. Exactly. So I'm going to call you in about 15 minutes. I got some good news for you, I think. I think you're going to be pumped. Right. And we'll call you back in like 3 weeks for this podcast, Clifford. You don't know how happy I am for you, bro, and that you're in rehab. Thank you to Ron and everybody at New Origins, IOP. Those are the real heroes, man. Those guys, great.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you to Colin. Thank you very much, man. And I it's not the last time that I'm going to say this. I'll say this for the rest of my life. But thank you for reaching out and helping me, and with Ron as well, man.
Exactly. But dude,
all the respect and all the love.
You're like a brother to me, like everything we did in that career. And like the biggest thing, me reaching out, kind of helping you, really, I want to see you get clean, but that helps me. And that's the biggest thing in sobriety, is to give back, bro. And like when you get out of rehab, if you can get somebody into rehab, and I always tell everybody, if everybody can do that, you could really help a lot of fucking people. And dude, you'll know how good it feels to like see that person that you help get clean, bro, and get your life back. It's just rad, bro. Like seeing that smile last week when you rode the bike, it was amazing. We're going riding next Thursday. I'm bringing out riding gear for you. So I already talked.
Please.
I got you covered. I'm bringing you another set of boots, so that way you can just be geared up. We'll take turns on my bike, and I'll call you in about 15 minutes, Clifford. And it's such an honor.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Clifford.
Thank you very much, man. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the interview.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Later.
Okay.
Later, Cliff.
All right, see you guys. See ya.
Bye. Dude, Russ, that was rad.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I should have asked if you want to ask him a question.
Yeah, whatever. I'm fucking used to you fucking talking over everyone and just.
Dude, what question were you gonna ask him, dude? I was like a little kid right there, dude. He's like a childhood hero. It's a Flyin Hawaiian, bro. What were you gonna ask him, dude?
Dude, I was gonna ask him how much fun he had on that bike last week, because that smile on his face was fucking ear to ear.
It was pretty cool, huh?
It was huge. You could tell that guy was freaking super pumped.
When I was out there with Caleb, and it was so rad to see him and Caleb at the same time. Like, both of them, dude. Like, literally legends of their era.
Cool. Caleb got on the bike.
Caleb, he just got out of back surgery. Brace. But, dude, to see Clifford, like, I went up to him. I'm like, dude, you want to ride my bike? He's like, what? You what? Like, tripping. I'm like, dude, I'll give you my boots.
Like, right now, you heard it in his voice when you're like, dude, I'm bringing you extra gear. It was like, what?
Yeah. It's just rad. And, dude, I know, dude, it's so cool because I know where he is right now, bro. Right. Like, in rehab, I had nothing, dude. I did not have anything. Right. Nothing to my name, dude. And it's just like, I wish, and I've seen it so much, like dudes with nothing to their name, but if they're good people, they make sobriety number one, they give back, they get everything back. And Clifford's one of those people, dude.
It'll take a while, but it'll come.
Yeah, and it's
For sure.
it is overwhelming to think about all that stuff, all the
Right.
stuff you lost, all the I don't know, it's crazy.
That's
man.
cool that
but
you're gonna go down there again though, and let them ride.
You want to go with me next Thursday?
I wish I could, dude.
What's your problem?
Dude, what time you leaving?
I'm leaving at like 5, dude.
Oh,
Actually, I'm leaving at 3, but
no.
dude, there's a thing that like we started this podcast just to like wrap out, and I have so much stuff I want to talk about, like a lot of dark shit, and I feel that the next podcast is just gonna be you and me.
Well, hey,
Is that
we can
cool?
do that. Yeah, let's do it.
And I feel you need to get a lot of stuff off your chest.
Not me, dude.
No, you do.
Yeah.
I can see it in you. So
no.
next week
You don't know nothing.
I want to talk. I got some good topics, and I think I might have the cure to get off Suboxone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of research
Nice.
because I know that's like such a big one, dude. You
Yeah,
get
that's
addicted to
huge,
heroin, and
you
then the
go right to
doctors
Suboxone.
prescribe you Suboxone, and now the withdrawals of Suboxone is harder than heroin withdrawals. So it's like it's a twisted system. But I think it's that time of the podcast for the Trust Russ.
Trust or ass. Here we go.
Oh wait, Trust Russ saying interview. What are we naming this?
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. Trust Russ quote of the day, and we're just gonna go with this one. Oh my god,
That was horrible.
that was really horrible. That was supposed to be a rattlesnake. All right, right after this, go into it. We're closing her down for one badass podcast. I'm pumped, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sorry I
that was good.
interrupted, dude. I feel bad.
No, it's all good.
I was just really pumped. Okay, here we go.
First simple rule in life: if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it.
Oh my god, that was amazing. We're out. Later, guys.
Late.